Scorpio. Today is the full moon, super moon in Sagittarius. I am feeling this shit intensely. I know Scorpios are because there's other planetary alignments that are affecting the Scorpios during this moon. So, yeah, we're going to see what happens. Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, processes. I'm going to read from the book on this one. They want me to, so there's something specific in here that said that they want you to hear the words for. Let's see. Sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical, and sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the law of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it. But you need to balance that with taking down to earth steps toward your goals. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. Write down 10 things you know that are wonderful about you. They want you to do that. Write 10 things down right now that you know are wonderful about you. Actually, they just gave me an energy, Scorpio. You sitting down trying to write that list, you feel like a hypocrite, you feel phony, and it makes you cry. That's what they're telling me that's going to do for a group of you who are going through some healing right now. Do not forget to write that list. 10 wonderful... What did it say? Look, I already forgot. I am going to do this because I am a Scorpio. Write down 10 things that you know are wonderful about you. And if you feel like there aren't 10 wonderful things about you and the dam breaks and you need to heal, this is a great prompt to start that healing. They're pointing out that your lack of action is not from laziness, it's from a lack of healing. Which is you're in the process of doing the healing, but they do want you to make a practical plan with whatever action that they're asking you to take, because the action they're asking you to take is like the sister component to the practical plan that they're asking you to make. So the healing plus the practical plan brings the new beginning. Oh my God, look, it's like a heart. You see that? A heart with eyes. Oh, that's funny. I've never done that. Okay. They had me pull out a bunch of decks I don't use very much. All right. The practical plan, they want you to add, okay, this is going to be a healing. This practical plan they want you to set is going to have some creative stuff in it, which is going to pull up some insecurities in you. And you're going to find that as you do these activities, you are going to have some healing experiences through them. It doesn't mean you're not good at the activity. It means that it was meant to trigger an emotional trauma inside of you, like a wound that you didn't know was there. So let's just say for me, for example, I sit down to do a drawing and it doesn't turn out and I can't figure out how to do it. And then I feel like I'm not good enough and I rip it up and I throw it across the room and I throw my computer and I throw this and I throw... No, I'm just kidding. But I do. And it affects me and then I don't want to try again. What really happened there? What was that really about? Was it because I couldn't do something? I'm not good enough? I can't do this. That's the wound that it pulls up, and then you cry about it. But then guess what? You go back the next time and then you tackle it, and it works out magnifico. Yeah. Your intuition is on point. The things that you are hearing dominantly, like in your vibration, the dominant thoughts that you're having when it comes to your new beginning, when it comes to you building this plan, these are the promptings and the nuggets that source is bringing to you and asking you to start. You don't have, it's almost, you know what it is? I'm getting an energy of you feeling like you have to be perfect and get it, like be the good student from the beginning, the class, what do they call it? prize student. What do they prize pupil? What do they call the goody two shoe in class? The one who wants everything. That person. Kind of like that. Like you want to be able to come to something already successful at it. You want to come to something already knowing how to do it. You want to come to something already being really good at it. And Source is trying to show you that everything is a process and a journey. And just because you put a paint streak in the wrong place doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means that you have the opportunity to do something different. And maybe that paint streak that you thought was a mistake was not a mistake. It was a happy accident that was supposed to be there because it helps you see the vision of something else you weren't able to see previously. That's what I'm getting. And I'm saying creative stuff because I'm getting get creative and excited when you excite your imagination with wonder. Try different things. I'm only giving art as an example because I am an artist and I'm trying a new artist and I'm trying to build my, repertoire of stuff. So I'm going to use that as an example. Try different mediums, try woodworking, try paint, try working with wire, try working with molding clay, try using a pottery wheel, use water paint, use oil paint. There's all these different things that you could do. And that's where they're wanting you to get creative. So I did see somebody out there riding a bike. Get creative, get creative with your exercise routine. Get creative with doing things that feel good to you. Yeah. How interesting. Something, you know what's interesting? You know Wreck-It Ralph, that movie Wreck-It Ralph? I hope you guys do. Where the little girl, she's in this game, Candy Crush, and she wants to win this. She wants to race so bad, and they won't let her race. They keep blocking her. She keeps trying to find a way in. And Wreck-It Ralph ends up in the game. And he has a golden coin that she ends up taking to enter the race. Well, they become friends and stuff. And it turns out she was supposed to be allowed in the race all along. She was just, it was taken from her. People around her had taken this from her and stole that from her because she didn't know she was truly the princess. She was the princess all along. And something happened with the person who wanted to be the leader, who blocked that with a bunch of lies. And it took her fighting her way back through that race to realize that she was the princess. And that's what they're giving me here is like, you are that princess. You are that prince. Whoever, take it as it resonates, male, female. But that's what I'm getting. Like, there is power in you that has been squashed and tainted and covered because of other people knowing your power and trying to hide it from you before you figured it out for yourself. Now, do they know that you have these powers inside of you physically? Maybe not. But energetically, like emotionally, they can feel there are powerful things in you that they want to stop. It is something that's like they're reading energy. There are physical things they have kept from you and that's made you feel unworthy. It's made you feel unworthy. But they want you to know like your practical plan does involve creativity and using your imagination. So a practical plan isn't waking up at 8 o'clock, going to work, getting off at 5 o'clock, coming home, making dinner, going to the gym, working out, doing laundry, watching an hour of TV, and then going to bed. Not that type of practical stuff. Not the same shit the majority of people do on this planet. Going to work, coming home, stressed out, tired from the workday, needing to take care of the kids, needing to take care of dinner, needing to take care of the house, and then going to bed. That is not the type of plan they're asking. They are asking you to get creative and add imagination and wonder into your practical plans. There are things that you have to do in a day that are mundane, yes, but there are a lot of things that you don't have to do in your day. Or a lot of things in your day that you do that you can make really exciting. You're doing dishes, pop on music and do dishes. You're cleaning the house. Like I put the other day, instead of mopping, I wanted to skate. There's little, those little hand things with a little, fuzzy nubbies that come off. I put them in my feet and I was just dancing around in the kitchen back and forth. And I was, doing this and working out and doing twirls around. It was so much fun. Um, So doing stuff like that to just kind of break up life, just, make things like that, put a big smile on my face. Remembering that put a big smile on my face. Getting creative. It's like learning how to do things with imagination like a kid would do. You need to have that excitement again. We're going to talk about your triggers. When I'm not happy with myself, I become inconsiderate to others. Ooh, that is a big one. When change needs to happen, I begin to procrastinate. Why? The feeling of not being good enough. What if I fail? When I don't feel good about myself, I become needy and clingy towards others. When my feelings of shame surface, I will avoid everyone close to me. When I can't keep up in a conversation, I begin to act arrogantly and rude. I can act resentful and distance myself from people for months without addressing the issue. When I feel overwhelmed and not in control, my behaviors become manic and compulsive. These are the things you've been working through. So, they're telling me these are specific and very, very specific for whoever's resonating with this. So I'm going to read them one more time so you know what you've been healing and working through to embrace your inner divine goddess, okay, and move forward. When I can't keep up in a conversation, I begin to act arrogantly and rude. When I am not happy with myself, I become inconsiderate of others. When my feelings of shame surface, I will avoid everyone close to me. When I feel overwhelmed and not in control, my behaviors become manic and compulsive. I can act resentful and distance myself from people for months without addressing the issue. When I don't feel good about myself, I become needy and clingy towards others. This one was the only one that flew out on a card. And that means it's purposeful. They're giving you the answer. For this wound here, when you don't feel good about yourself and you're getting clingy and needy, get creative, get imaginative. Instead of using other people to make you feel better, this is when you start. It's like when the boredom sets in, this is what you do. When changes need to happen, I begin to procrastinate. And you know what, Scorpio? You are a fixed sign. It is not easy for you to change. You have staying power. So when you're in a really good place, your staying power is there. When you're healing something and you're trying to see something through, you have staying power. But letting go and moving on can be difficult because of that. So don't beat yourself up. You're already working on all this. You're doing a great job. Continue to do that. They told me to pull that out. There's something about you having all these opportunities and you daydream about these opportunities a lot, but doing the practical steps to get there feels like blah. So you don't want to do it. And it's more inside. They're showing me a balloon that's being blown up and being blown up right now. So this balloon being blown up, it's pressure. When you're asked to do something, it feels like pressure. Okay, this is interesting. I'm getting an energy here of when somebody asks you to do something, there's a pressure of you being really good at it from the beginning. Like it's going to be exposed to the entire world. Millions are going to see this. And that's the pressure that you put on yourself. But what they're wanting you to realize is like you're doing practice right now. Whatever you're doing is practice. It's private. It's not public. It's not meant to be for anybody else but yourself right now. To take the pressure off. It's like you don't remember that. You feel your body when you have to start something new, your body automatically goes into this like fight or flight pressure mode where you feel pressure of having to perform and feeling like you're going to fail, so you don't even try. They don't want you doing that because there is a fear here of a future collaboration, and you don't realize there is a fear in this future collaboration. What if I'm not good enough? What if I can't live up to their standards? What if I oversold myself and I'm not as good as they think I am? What if you know, that type of stuff. What if all my ideas that were flowing, all of a sudden I get in this company and the ideas just stop? Something like that. It's like they want you to realize that's not reality. That's not how life works. And even, let's just say it is an organization, they don't operate that way either. It's like, if your dreams need a practical plan and they're asking you to get creative, practical plan, practice, they're telling you that it's practice. So I would like for you to release the pressure from yourself, Scorpio. Nothing that you do right now has to be seen publicly. Nothing that you're working on to get creative and use your imagination needs to be shared with anyone but yourself. If there are people who need to know about this, they can find it out through the astral realm. They don't need to find it out through you. Because that, I am getting a collaboration card here of teamwork, where if you don't start these activities, how are you ever going to get to this point? Because in this card, these two are coming to this person, the craftsman, right? They're talking, they're collaborating over what's being built here. So what if this is you and the skills are asking you to build right now, and you're feeling the pressure as if you're already in this situation? You're feeling the pressure as if you're already being put public in front of people's eyes, but you're not. You are a beginner. You are somebody, a novice, somebody who is working on building some new skills. And in order to do that, you need to allow yourself the opportunity. It's like, if something that you do looks kind of childish, let it look childish. How did it make you feel while you did it? You got to pay attention to this. This is something I've been learning as an artist. By listening to other artists, and I thought I was the only one feeling this way until I heard this video. And you just got to do it. You just have to go for it. You can't overthink something. You just have to go after it like a child. And also, always looking for the end result. Like, if you're always looking for an outcome, maybe you need to do things just to experience the process. Never finish it to have an outcome. Maybe you just need to go through a process and not have an outcome. There's something about you feeling, yeah, thank you for the confirmation. They want you. Anyway, hold on a second. That looks serious. All right, sorry about that. Okay. You need to just go after it like a kid. Yeah, ambitious. Just go after. Didn't I just say you just need to go after it? And look what came out. The exact Knight of Swords. Just go after it. Who is more? Look at him. He's going after it without thinking so fast. This poor horse is going, oh God, I can't keep up. I'm so fast. Like, just go after it. Just do it. Don't overthink it. Just sit down and just start doing whatever it is you need to do. I just saw something about it. Because when you do that, what you're going to find is you feel abundant, you feel prosperous, you feel built up inside, you feel good, and you start to see possibilities and opportunities you wouldn't have seen had you not started that project, that activity, that opportunity. Yeah, and it ends up having you, look at this, it ends up taking you to your sun card, 93 million miles away from the sun, right? We are Earth, 93 million miles away from the sun. That's what I'm getting, the sun card from this. You starting this, just practicing, opens up a plethora of expansive ideas and opportunities, but you're not seeing them right now, and you're confused and sitting in this like insecure place. Do you see how he's all black with all these different things to do? The confusion about which one to take is making him feel unseen, is making him feel insecure. But as soon as you take action, on this without thinking about the collaboration, just thinking about practice, just thinking about the task at hand, you will find that, oh wow, this idea came from this activity. All of this new stuff comes from you trying this new stuff. All of your new bliss comes from you trying this new stuff. So do not be afraid to try, because it's practice and you're going to learn a lot of things. And they're telling me your confidence goes, it's like complete opposite. Your confidence goes from feeling unworthy and unseen and not powerful to full on power mode. This is like whatever they're asking you to shift into and start taking action on is what raises your confidence, is what's catapults you into this new beautiful place in life. So please take the advice, and it's very simple advice. I'm going to leave it there. It's straightforward, and that's what they're asking you to do. Okay? Peace and love.